Hi, dragons.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dragon's Den. And as you can see, Ashley and I have something new on our hands. These nice Dragon Club caps that we have ordered, and each one of you can have one of these new Dragon Club caps when you complete the written message for our book. And actually, we'll talk about that again here in a little bit. But before we get into that, and some of the older stuff that we're doing, and some of the things you asked us to bring back, I would like to talk about something new. Something new is extremely important for everybody. Everybody looks for something new. In fact, if you go way back to the beginning of time, to tribal people when they didn't have anything at all, they would travel around their countryside in a like a migratory pattern during the year. And sometimes of the year, the special times of the year, when they got to the places where the fruit trees grew, everybody looked forward to that because it was something new, a nice piece of sweet fruit other than the back leg of a mongoose or whatever was laying around for them to eat most of the rest of the year. So we look forward to something new. And my little boy got something new this weekend, something we'd been waiting for a long time. He got himself a new puppy. And I think Ashley can show us a picture of his new puppy.
There he is. You see it?
That's my boy's new puppy. It's a French Basset Hound. And I tried to teach it some French, and I said, oui, oui, and sure enough, that's exactly what it did. So it must be French.
French, yeah.
And he's had a rough year. He lost his mom, and one of his other favorite dogs ran away. So having something new like this has just put a brand new spark into him. So having something new is really, really a good thing. It doesn't have to be something that you buy or something like a new pet, but just anything new. It's just part of our nature as human beings to want to have something to to look forward to, no matter what it is. So I really, really hope that you guys can think about something new, and I'm sure a lot of you are hoping for something new from Santa Claus for Christmas this year, which is really not that terribly far away. For those of you like me who still believe in Santa Claus. In fact, if my beard gets any whiter, I'm going to be Santa Claus before the year is out. So, if you think of something new and you want to share thoughts about something new with your friends, please go ahead and do so. And now we're going to go from new to something, what is it, new, something borrowed, and something old.
Old, new, borrowed, blue. That's for a wedding.
Yeah, okay.
No.
You guys don't have to worry about that for a while. Okay, so what do we have, Ashley, from the past? We did sign language stuff in the past that you guys wanted to hear more about?
Yeah, some wanted more sign language and some did not. But some of the specifics of what you asked for in sign language was just how to sign, how are you? I had several requests for that, so I'm going to teach you right now. So put your fingers down and together, and your thumbs are kind of pointed towards you, and then we're going to roll them out. That's how. So fingers down, the fingers up, and your thumbs are pointed towards you, and then thumbs go to out. So that's how, and then you. So how are you? Or you can keep your fingers upside down and do the you. It's just how are you? And if you remember before, we learned to sign good because we did good game. We talked about that. So if somebody says, how are you? If you're good, you can sign good. And facial expressions mean a lot in this. It's good, or good, like, or bad. If you take that hand and turn it over, it kind of down. Not too hard, but that's bad. I'm not doing good today. Or if you're just okay, another request was to learn the letters in sign language. So here's O and then K. It's a tricky one. Do a number 2 and then put your thumb up there in between. The K. So we're okay. And with learning the letters, this is about the best picture I've found of just the alphabet. And I remember when I was a little girl sitting on top of the monkey bars on a swing set I had at my house, and I had a book from the library with all these sign language letters in it. And I just sat up there and studied them and learned them. But that's a good handout, and I'll send this to Miss McDavid. Maybe she can print it out for you if you want it, or just take a screenshot of it right now if it's clear enough. And there's 2 on here that you can't see, and it's the M. Can you see me right now, Dr. Ron?
Barely. You're kind of small.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you wanted to save it. Okay. And the letter M, you can't hardly tell on that little piece of paper, but see my thumb sticking out there? And I got 3 fingers there. So just like you're writing the letter M, it's got 3 sticks.
Oh,
and
cool.
And then N, there's 2, just like you'd write the letter N with 2 sticks. And then since we're already here learning, if you go 1 more finger over, that's going to be the letter T. I don't think it has a reason, but so M, N. And then remember we learned O and K. So how are you? Okay. Or good or bad. Yep, that's a good K. All right. And one other thing that I don't know if you all noticed, but when we were doing the sign language videos, it didn't have any sound, which ironically for sign language was totally fine because we were just learning this. But before that, we had another video and it made absolutely no sound, it didn't make any sense without the sound. So we cut it out, and it was about hearing in your ears, and I wanted to share that one with you because I thought it was a pretty good, neat little video. So I'm just showing just this one part of it, but it's about audio illusions. Can you trust your ears?
Are you really able to trust your ears and the things they hear? For example, listen to Greg speaking. Bar, 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 bar. What do you hear? If you heard bar, 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 you'd be right. But how about now? Bar, 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 bar. Chances are you heard far, far, far this time with an F, except you didn't. In fact, the audio didn't even change between the 2 videos. Bar, bar, bar. Strange as it may seem, what you hear depends on which video you're looking at. Go ahead, take turns watching each video and see how the sound morphs. Bar, bar, bar. This is a perfect example of something called the McGurk effect, which shows how our visuals can alter what we believe we're hearing.
So, did you get that? They were playing the same audio clip. And the first time we saw him saying bar, so we heard bar. And the second time he was still saying bar, but we saw his lips saying bar. So
I thought for sure he was saying far in the second one.
Yeah. So let's watch it again, and I would take turns in my head which one I think he's saying, or look down and see what you can hear, and it totally changes it. So I don't think they gave us enough time at the end to play with it. So let's watch part of it again.
Speaking. Bar, 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 bar. What do you hear? If you heard bar, 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 you'd be right. But how about now? Bar, 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 bar. Chances are you heard far, far, far this time with an F, except you didn't. In fact, the audio didn't even change between the 2 videos. Bar, bar, bar. Strange as it may seem, what you hear depends on which video you're looking at. Go ahead, take turns watching each video and see how the sound morphs. Bar, bar, bar. This is a perfect example of something called the McGurk effect, which shows how our visuals can alter what we believe we're hearing.
Okay. I just wanted to share that since I didn't get to before. I thought that was pretty cool. The McGurk effect.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of times when we hear people talking and saying things, we imagine they're saying something they're not saying.
Yeah, that kind of goes with our lesson about it's kind of hard to understand without a mask because we read lips a little bit more than we realize that we do.
Yeah, speaking of someone who had a really, really difficult time learning how to communicate, and this is way before your guys, was a lady named Helen Keller, because she was born deaf and dumb. She couldn't speak or hear, and yet she had a teacher who taught her how to do sign language and be able to, by putting her hand up against her nose, transmitting sounds from letters through vibrations in her nasal cavity. And Helen Keller learned how to talk. That's an amazing example of communication skills and dedication to learning. If you have a chance, so you might want to look her up sometime. She was an amazing person back in I think it was 1930s when she was around and doing that kind of stuff.
Right. I got one more thing to share, and it was to help us get ideas for your stories or for a book. And I found these, which they said if you just Google advice from a and then enter a noun, then it'll just have neat things from anything. So here's advice from a snowflake: keep your cool, celebrate your uniqueness, because we always say all snowflakes are unique. Everyone's different. Advice from a trout, like the last one, that don't give up without a fight. Tree, stand tall and proud, sink your roots into earth. And advice from a sunflower: be bright, sunny, and positive, spread seeds of happiness, rise, shine, and hold your head high. So these are just other ideas, because our ideas last week were mostly poems, and these are just little short things that end up being a story. But we liked that each of them had their own picture with it. So I think that could look good on in our book if we can come up with, if your story or poem has a certain word in it that would be good to describe it, to show it. And if we could draw those and add those to our book, that would be neat too, to have pictures throughout it too.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much illustrations make people want to read something. To have the pictures with the words, and the more neat those things look, the more people are gonna read it, and who knows how many hundreds, maybe thousands, even more than that, of people are gonna be looking at your particular story and getting encouragement from it. So again, we don't want you to rush getting this done. Take your time and point it out really cool. And again, when you're done with your submissions, you'll get one of these really cool hats. At least I think they're really cool.
I like them.
They're nice and lightweight, and yet they're well made. And I don't think I'm going to take mine off now for a while.
Yeah, wear it today. But remember, our point in the stories or the poems and illustrations or whatever is just encouragement, positive, just to help people in crazy times. So anything that you can add to that. And Miss McDavid will work with you. She said we're going to enter it on Canva, CANVA, and she said she'll work with you and show you how to do that. So I think this could be really cool. So take your time and let's work on it and get some good entries.
Yeah, and again, also try to think of something new, and something new that you might enjoy doing or having, or new even in terms of sharing with someone.
Yeah, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's always a good practice to be thinking of something positive that you have to look forward to, and that helps.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to going home today and probably finding my best pair of sneakers chewed up by that new puppy.
Yeah, but it's cute, so
yes.
it'll be fine. All right, you got anything else, Dr. Ron?
No, I guess that's it for today.
Okay.
Just like I said, stay safe, stay happy, and do your work and enjoy doing it. I have to tell that to my little boy because he doesn't really care for it all that much all the time.
Yeah. Well, this is for our project to help others and to help the community. And we think doing this can combine helping lots of groups of people. So in Lawrence County and beyond. So,
Yes.
so those encouraging words.
Yeah. There might even be somebody in China who reads it. Who knows? It goes all over the world.
Yeah. So yeah, don't add your full name on these, and probably don't add Fallsburg. I know some of our suggestions for the title included Fallsburg, and I don't think we want to. I don't think we want to use that. So.
Yeah, as long as we have just use dragons, then we'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We can use. I mean, you can talk about top, or you're a student, you're middle schooler, anything like that. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that would be absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, I'm wrong way. I'm doing the Spock thing. Okay.
Well, it's probably either way, but
Yeah.
all right, good.
Good. All right. Take care, guys.
All right, bye.